Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the middle part of February 2015. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, on this show, we got mostly sports. As you will see, of course, we always have the Hoops Corner this time of the year as the teams are winding down their regular season. Also, the Duncanville Lions Club, the last Saturday of February of each year, holds a Las Vegas night and at the Hilton Garden Inn, and we'll have a couple of Lions to tell us all about it. But first, the Duncanville High School soccer teams are into their season, and here's an update.
It's time for the soccer update on Duncanville Weekly News, featuring highlights and recaps of DHS soccer. The soccer update is brought to you this week by Duncanville Optical, featuring polycarb lenses. And now, here's the Duncanville High School soccer update.
The girls soccer team at DHS had a rough couple of weeks as they dropped their 3 district games that they've had. This leaves them at a record of 3-6-1 on the season, and in District 8-6A, they are 1-3. Upcoming games for them include at Grand Prairie on the 13th. On the Tuesday, the 17th, DeSoto will be visiting us, and on Friday, the 20th, Mansfield will be here. Remember, all the District 8-6A games are at 8 o'clock, and the Panthers' home games are at Old Panther Field. Good luck, Panthers.
Hello, this is Duncanville Optical.
If someone in your family has an active lifestyle, they may benefit from polycarb lenses in their eyeglasses. You won't see double in polycarb lenses from Duncanville Optical. Polycarb lenses are thinner, lighter weight, and 10 times stronger than standard plastic lenses. When you need eyeglasses, please remember Duncanville Optical, 533 West Wheatland Road in Duncanville. Call today to find out about our polycarb lenses, 972-298-5800.
The boys soccer team were 2-1 since the last update, having lost to South Grand Prairie and then won a couple after that. So now on the season they are 6-3-2, and in district action they're in solid second place. Although district is early on, they are 3-1. Upcoming games for the Panthers on the 13th, Friday. They will host Grand Prairie and then travel over to DeSoto on the 17th. And then on Friday the 20th, they'll be at Mansfield. Remember, all of their games begin at 8 o'clock, and their home games are at Old Panther Field. Good luck, Panthers.
My name is Janice Savage Martin, and I'm a member of the Duncanville Lions Club.
I'm Terry Webb, and I'm also a member of the Duncanville Lions Club.
We want you to mark your calendars for the 23rd annual Las Vegas night.
This year's event is Saturday, February 28th at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Each year the proceeds provide scholarships for Duncanville ISD seniors.
Over the last 23 years, this event has raised over $215,000.
The evening is full of fun with Las Vegas type gaming tables and bingo.
Tickets are available at the Duncanville Chamber Office, Redbird Bowling Center, and any Lions Club member.
We hope to see you there.
But
Right now, we're ready for some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home. Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. Fry Integra Insurance Services, your hometown insurance agency for 30 years for all insurance types. Call 972-296-9786 for John or Todd. By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. Jim McDonald's State Farm Insurance Agency, right here in Duncanville on Main Street. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Jim are there. And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call energy specialist Don McBurnett at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner. Well, things are starting to wind down now, and each team has played 3 games since our last show. And let's get right to the highlights and start this week with the Panthers. Here are highlights of their games. Friday night, the Warriors of South Grand Prairie, the mystery team in District 8-6A, was in town. They had beaten Cedar Hill and the Panthers, but had lost to crosstown rival Grand Prairie and to Midlothian in the first district round. And a minute and a half into the game, no one had scored until Matthew nails a three-point hoop to get the scoring started. Chris hits another three-point shot. And look at this driving basket by Matthew as the Panthers build a lead. Cameron adds to the lead with this shot. It's 11-0 with only about a minute and a half left in the first when the Warriors scored their first points with this steal and basket. After a couple of more Warrior baskets, the Panthers have the ball, and Matthew shoots with the clock ticking down, and it's good. And it's 14-6 Panthers after 1. In the second, Jalen hits a floater. And then the new guy, Cedric Madison, hits a three-point shot. Cameron makes it a double-digit lead with this deep corner three-point hoop. And it's Matthew's turn, and the clock is ticking out, and he nails it. And at the half, it's 34-18 Panthers. In the third, the Panthers started swapping their free throws for the Warriors' field goals, and until Jalen hits that shot, the lead was down to 6 points. But here's how the third quarter ended, and the Panthers clinging to a three-point lead after 3. A minute into the fourth quarter, South Grand Prairie had taken a 1-point lead, and a Matthew free throw tied it up. After South Grand Prairie scored, Matthew whips a pass to Austin for the tying basket. Then Jalen hits another runner. With a half a minute left, the Panthers lead by 1, and Chris nails 2 clutch free throws, and then Jalen adds the final touch with 2 more free throws, and the Panthers get a little revenge, 51-46 over South Grand Prairie. Jalen had 15. Cameron scored 12, along with Matthew, who also had 12, as the Panthers now are 5-3 in district play, and South Grand Prairie drops to an even 4-4. With the top four teams pretty much determined in the district, the finishing position is what's important now, and the Panthers and Cedar Hill are in the mix, so this is a big game, and Austin gets it started with a drive for 2 and 1. On the next possession, Jalen makes a good pass to Double A for 2 more. Matthew hits an NBA length 3-point shot. And then Jalen stops and pops. The Panthers are up by 2 with time short in the first, as Cedar Hill gets a rebound dunk. And then from midcourt, Chris cuts it loose. And it's good, but the official correctly said that it was shot too late. So after 1, it's 14 apiece. In the second, Austin says thank you to Matthew for a great basketball play, a pass to him for an easy 2, and then Matthew, double team and all, still gets it to go as things stay close. Later, Matthew drives for 2 more and 1. But at the half, it's 27-26, Longhorns. Jalen makes a nice drive and left-handed shot as things stay close. Then he does it on the right side. But after 3, Cedar Hill leads by 4. Matthew makes a nice move and scores. And at this point, the very touchy Cedar Hill security patrol knows trouble when they see it. So for the first time I can ever remember, or anybody, both cheerleader squads of 15 or so are ejected from the game. They know trouble when they see it, right? With it now so much safer without those dangerous cheerleaders, Jalen nails a 15-foot shot. Cameron makes a good move to pull the Panthers to within 3 with 3 minutes left in the game. But from there on, mostly Longhorns, low-lighted by this flagrant foul by Austin. Final, Cedar Hill 60 and the Panthers 50. Matthew had 19 and Austin had 16 and Jalen 10 as the Panthers drop to a tie for third place in District 8, 6A action. Friday night, the Panthers hosted the Panthers of Midlothian, a team that they had beaten by 20 last month. And Jabron Smith started and showed us why, as early on he gets open for a layup. He did that a couple of more times before Chris spots Austin for a hoop down low. Then it's back to Jabron for another layup with a pass from Chris. And in a low-scoring first quarter, it's 10-6, Duncanville. Cedric nails a 3-point shot early in the second, and then Jalen gets on the board with this give and go. And then Matthew scores on a drive. And then Cedric weaves through everybody for 2 more. Then nails a 3-point shot. Another one. And at the half, it's 26-14, Duncanville. In the third, Cameron hits a three-point hoop. Then a 15-foot jump shot. And look at this. He steals the ball on the press after that and scores again. As the advantage grows. Jalen takes the inbounds pass, takes the baseline, and takes away 2 points. And then Chris drives for 2. And 1. And after 3, the lead is 15. In the fourth, Cameron makes the snap pass to Austin for the layup. It's 1-on-4. No problem for Jalen as he gets the basket and is fouled in the act. Down the stretch, we think that Matthew got a technical for hanging on the rim too long, although a guy was running under him on that dunk. Free throws down the quarter. Chris. Then Matthew. Then another dunk by Matthew. And this time he was real careful to just come on down. And Jalen to Austin for a layup. Final. Duncanville 69 and Midlow 48. Matthew had 15, Austin 13, and Cameron had 11, as the Panthers are now 6-4 in District 8. 6A action. Now the Panthers have only 2 games left, and here's what the district standings look like right now. It looks like that DeSoto and Cedar Hill are going to finish 2-1 or 1-2, and the Panthers and South Grand Prairie are vying for that third place. The other one, of course, will be fourth. Midlothian, Mansfield, and Grand Prairie all have good baseball teams, and that's what they're into now. They have 2 remaining games on their district schedule, and here they are. On Friday, they will travel over to Grand Prairie to play those Gophers, and then on Tuesday the 17th, finish the season at home with the DeSoto Eagles here. The playoffs then will start the following week, and either Monday or Tuesday, the 23rd or 24th, the Panthers will play their by-district game against either the 3rd or the 4th place team from District 7, 6A.
Jane's Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Jane's Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Jane's serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Jane's Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
The Pantherettes also had 3 games against those same 3 schools as the Panthers, and here are their highlights. Then Friday night, Coach Samantha Morrow, whose Mansfield team put a stop to the Pantherettes' 30 straight district championships in the early 1990s, now at South Grand Prairie and Sierra. Sometimes we'll miss one shot, but rarely will she miss 2. As the Pantherettes are on the board first. Tay nails a 3-point shot. And then when her next shot is a little short, C is there again to make it a double-digit lead midway through the first. Zay is ahead of the pack for 2. And then Jazz hits a 3-point shot. And after 1, it's 21-8 Pantherettes. In the second, KP scores on an inbounds play, and then Nisha hits a smooth baseline shot. Kyla nails a three-point shot. KP scores among three defenders and gets fouled in the process. That first half clock is getting close to all zeros, and Zay gets a late quarter three-point shot. And at the half, it's 38-22 Pantherettes. As she had closed the second quarter, Zay hits another three-point shot early in the third. Then she hits a runner in the lane. And after three, the Pantherettes lead 52-37. It was a pretty routine fourth quarter as Jazz spots Kyla for a two-point play just before the final buzzer. Final, Pantherettes 65 and South Grand Prairie 45. Zay had 19 and C 17 as the Pantherettes are now 10-0 in District 8 6A play. On Tuesday, the Pantherettes could clinch their fifth straight district championship at Cedar Hill, and this game is always interesting no matter what the records. Early on, Zay feeds Maddie for a bucket. And then Tay nails a three-point corner shot. Jazz feeds Sierra for a well-defended turnaround in the lane. And then later, with the score tied, Kyla hits a runner in the lane. But after one, the Lady Longhorns lead 18-15. Down by 7. In the second, Zay hits a much-needed three-point shot. But when she hits this one, she ties it at 23 midway through the second quarter. Jazz scores and draws a foul in the act as the Pantherettes take back the lead. Zay is on one of her rolls as she hits 3 or 4 buckets in a row, including that three-point effort. Then the Pantherettes lead by 8 as the clock ticks down. But Cedar Hill scores at the buzzer, and at the half it's 36-30. Pantherettes. There are a few of the Pantherette fans in Cedar Hill on Tuesday night. Sierra opens the third with a shot that goes around the rim and did go in. The team starts swapping points. Jazz makes a nice move and goes left for 2. And then Tay stops and pops with a shooter's soft bounce. And after 3, it's still a game with the Pantherettes leading 46-40. In the fourth, when Sierra can't get it to go, Kyla is there to finish the possession. And Zay hits a 16-foot shot. Kyla again from 14 feet. And with some free throws, it's over. Pantherettes 68 and the Lady Longhorns 60. Sierra had 16 and Kyla 11 to lead the Pantherette scorers. Traditionally, the final home game is Parents' Night, and this year was no exception. And here KP greets her folks. Then it was game time against Midlothian and Coach Amy Tennyson, a Pantherette X, a former assistant to Coach Self Morgan, and many think probably the next Pantherette coach one of these days. It was almost a minute and a half into the game before anybody scored. And it was Midlow on this shot. Sierra answers quickly and often. Zay takes Kyla's pass and takes it home. Then Jazz scores on a break. Sierra again as the Pantherettes build a lead of 17-5 after one. In the second, Asia pops a 17-foot shot. And then KP works the lane for two. And one. Kyla pulls up and hits. Zay again on the drive. And at the half, it's 36-17 Pantherettes. At halftime, Dad, freshman Zay Green, won the parents' free throw contest, and she's just a freshman, so he's got 3 more years to defend his title. The bank is open in the third as Jazz makes a deposit. On a break, Kyla finds Zay for two. Nisha for two. And one. And then KP closes out the quarter with a nice turnaround in the lane. And after three, the Pantherettes lead 56-22. Open the fourth. Another turnaround from KP. Then Rosie makes the alley-oop pass to KP. And she finishes. And it's done. Final, Pantherettes 67 and Midlow 27 as the Pantherettes go undefeated in district again and now await their by-district victim in the playoffs. Sierra had 16 and KP 11, followed by Zay with 10 to lead the scores in this final home game of the season. The rest of the district still has one game left because in this 7-team district, there's always one team that has a bye, and this last weekend, this last night, it's the Pantherettes. The Pantherettes were the only undefeated team in the district, 12-0. Cedar Hill and DeSoto are tied for second and third, and it looks like South Grand Prairie is going to end up fourth after everybody else plays their last game. So with the regular season complete and waiting for the playoffs, here is what the playoff situation looks like for the Pantherettes right now. As the first place finisher, they will play the fourth place finisher in District 7 6A, which most likely will be LD Bell. That game will be Monday or Tuesday, the 16th or the 17th of February at a time and place that the coaches determine after this week. Then the area round is next, and it'll be Thursday or Friday or Saturday, the 19th through the 21st, and it'll be between the winner of a by-district game between Plano and either Justin Northwest or Denton Geyer at a place and time to be determined by the coaches when we get there. We'll be back on February the 18th with highlights of all the Panther and Pantherette games between now and then. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. As we close, let's see some more sights and sounds from the City of Champions, and we'll see you February 18th.
My name is Janice Savage Martin, and I'm a member of the Duncanville Lions Club.
I'm Terry Webb, and I'm also a member of the Duncanville Lions Club.
We want you to mark your calendars for the 23rd Annual Las Vegas Night.
This year's event is Saturday, February 28th at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Each year the proceeds provide scholarships for Duncanville ISD seniors.
Over the last 22 years, this event has raised over $215,000.
The evening is full of fun with Las Vegas-type gaming tables and bingo.
Tickets are available at the Duncanville Chamber office, Redbird Bowling Center, and any Lions Club member. We hope to see you there.
Third person, Christopher Smith.
Who's coaching who up there? Who's coaching who?
He's coaching me. He's coaching me. He always has.
I thought it'd be the other way around by now.